Sometimes people meet people, right? So they'll ring up and say, oh my God, this guy was so amazing. I couldn't have sex with him on the first date. And you think, okay, because you know, it's a bit Sex in the City, isn't it?
Joining me to talk about the business of finding the perfect partner is Global Director of exclusive introductions agency, Berkeley International, Mairead Molloy. Valentine's Day is coming.
Yes.
Big business for you.
Indeed.
Presumably.
One of our busiest times of the year.
What's the other one?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Ski season. Summer holidays.
And Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So that's the, is it the 14th of February?
Do you not know?
It's a Sunday this year.
It's a Sunday this year, which is fine, you know, that's okay. We don't mind what day of the week it is because it's the same day for, you know, married or single, isn't it?
Yes.
It, however, poses loads of questions to people psychologically. Why am I single? We get a huge influx of people after Christmas, New Year's Eve, of course, and Valentine's are one of our biggest periods for memberships. And
that's because people presumably don't want to be alone.
People don't want to be alone. People feel that it's time now that I did something about this. I'm going to start the new year off with a fresh start. And then it's a bit like joining the gym, isn't it? You know, everybody gets really fired up for the gym in the new year. And then Valentine, you know, and then everybody joins the gym and they never go to it, right? You never go to the gym. But in our case, people join Berkeley and then our mission is for them to meet somebody. But yes, Valentine's is a big deal and a big business period for us.
Certainly, but also, isn't that when most people break up?
And Valentine's. It's interesting.
Or am I wrong?
No, it's a good point. People become very frustrated with the commercialization of Valentine's, okay? And there's an awful lot of pressure. And I think that, probably not being sexist, I think women put men under a lot of pressure. You know, what's he going to do for me for Valentine's kind of thing, right? And I think men feel a lot of pressure on Valentine's. So we offer a lot of advice in Berkeley about that. But, you know, yeah, economically, it's one of our busiest periods.
Certainly, sometimes does it not make sense to go, well, everyone else is doing something on Valentine's Day. Let's do something on the 16th.
I know, this is the problem. This is the commercialisation of it, yes. I mean, no, it doesn't unfortunately work like that. Some people just ignore it completely, right? Some people just ignore it completely and they just carry on. But a lot of people want dates on Valentine's because they think that, you know, it's a psychological thing. People think that perhaps if they meet on Valentine's, it's quite romantic and, you know, it's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also a day, this is also, remember, this is a leap year.
Well, how does that change things?
You don't know what a leap year is?
I know what a leap year is.
A leap year is when...
It puts another day at the end of February.
It puts another day at the end of February.
Right.
But it also creates something new. Because a leap year means that the woman has the right to propose marriage to the guy. Did you not know this?
Okay. I thought that was, I knew that was in Ireland.
Yes.
Is it everywhere
I've
else?
made it global.
You've made it global.
Yeah.
Was that part of the work that you've done here at
This is part of my sort of global marketing.
Is to spread the Irish culture.
Yes, spread the love. Yes, the economic love around the planet.
Oh, the Irish culture is very much, it's love, right?
Yeah, but we have one of the biggest matchmaking features, one of the biggest matchmaking weekends in Ireland. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
In Lisdoonvarna, yes, we have a big matchmaking weekend.
Okay, so what's the return on investment in relationships?
Okay, you mean what you get for your money?
Yeah.
You join, you pay your money. What you're buying, you're not buying a date per se, okay? You're buying our professional experience and you're buying our access to the people that you wouldn't ordinarily meet, okay? So let's say you invest £15,000 sterling into this. You get a year's membership for your money, okay? You meet unlimited people, providing that you give the correct feedback from the date. So you go on the date, you meet the guy, he's very nice, you didn't fancy him, etc., etc. You go on the next date, you really liked him, etc., etc. There is a process to it. Talking about return on your investment, you have to put your time into it.
It's not automatic.
It's not automatic.
Put the money in.
No, you know, you're not going to put the money in and walk up the aisle in 6 weeks, right? That's not the way it works, right? Because we have to get to know you. So you come in, do the dates. You're paying for the expertise. You listen to us, you take our advice, you do what we tell you to do, you give us the feedback on the dates, and then the return on your investment is when you meet somebody that you actually really like. And you don't put a price per head. The price is for the service that you receive and the quality of people that you meet.
At the moment, it's just, is it just men and women?
Yes.
Or, yes, just at the moment.
At the moment. We will expand into the homosexual market probably next year.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's, what's the success rate?
You have to first of all decide what love is and how you define that. And is it love or sex love, right?
Okay.
And what kind of relationship you're looking for. Everybody's looking for stability, but there's different kinds of love. So I can sit here, I think that love is, well, for me, say, I can only speak for myself, because love comes in so many different forms, right? That you can look across the room at your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend and just know that everything's going to be all right. If you want to bring sex into it, I think that, you know, it's each person has their own individual how they feel about somebody, and creating a sexual chemistry with somebody is not something that I can give somebody. I will listen to their criteria and try my best, and they'll give me the feedback about it. There's a big difference between love and sex, obviously. You have to have a level of intimacy with somebody, okay? You've got to have that. And I think that if you don't have that, then, you know, you'll go on your own path, right? You'll stray. Well, not stray into somebody else's arms, but you lose that bond, okay? So I think that it's very important to have an intimate relationship with somebody. I think it's vital to your relationship, okay? As well, it's vital to be able to sit down and have a glass of wine. It's vital to be able to go out with your friends. It's you know, it's actually like a jigsaw. Okay, and each part makes up a part of that relationship, and sex is one of them.
Have you ever had two people who got together and said, well, it didn't work out,
but we had great sex?
But, or yeah, so either we had great sex,
yeah,
or we just got on really well.
Would you see, sometimes people meet people, right? So they'll ring up and say, oh my God, this guy was so amazing. I couldn't have sex with him on the first date. And you think, okay, because you know, it's a bit Sex in the City, isn't it? You know, you have to try and live by the rules, right? So so you can sort of say, okay, that's all right. I kind of think, well, you probably should have if you really liked him. But anyway, that's a personal opinion. So then you think, okay, but then the person might say to you, well, but in the long term, he or she is not somebody that I can spend my life with. But there's something about this guy that I just can't resist. And we had this fantastic sexual tension between us. Well, I would always advise people to explore a relationship, because you just don't know how things are going to happen. I mean, taking a very basic relationship of Charlotte and Harry in Sex and the City, I know it's quite juvenile, etc., etc. But
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is. Okay, sorry. So you never know who you're going to meet.
I see, okay.
And you really don't know who you're going to fancy. So you might come in to me and you might say to me, Mairead, actually, this is the kind of person I want. You'll give me a big long wish list about the kind of person that you'll meet. And I'll think, this guy's deluded. He needs to meet somebody like this. And I will choose somebody for you. And I'll say, look, you've got to step out of the box and let me do the work for you. And that's what you pay your money for. You pay your money for our expertise, because you can come into me, like I said to you, you have a big long wish list, and I'll think, it's not going to work.
Top tips for people, maybe to do with finances. What should they be buying for Valentine's Day for their loved one? Where is the money going to be going on Valentine's Day?
Do you know what I think?
Where?
I always think that you should let on that you're not going to do anything for the person and sort of play it real coy and then surprise them. Do you know, that's the best thing, isn't it?
What if they make plans?
Well, tough. Deal with it. A nice piece of jewellery is always nice. But for me, that wouldn't do it for me. I mean, the element of surprise and thinking that nothing's going to happen and then you do something fabulous.
Yes.
But, you know, sometimes go for a walk in the park, hold hands, have a glass of wine under the tree with the ham sandwich.
Sometimes the best things in life
are free.
Free. Money can't buy you love.
Money can buy you love.
Money can buy you love?
Yes, well, it certainly goes a long way to help, doesn't it?
I guess it does.
Absolutely.
Mairead Molloy from Berkeley International, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
That's it from my guest and from myself, Christopher Hemmons. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure go to our website, dukascopy.tv, for more exclusive interviews.